Hey guys, and welcome back to the Miss Kena channel. If you are new, my name is Huldah. So today I'm going to share my testimony about how I stopped listening to secular music. So let us get started on this video. So I first want to start off this video by saying that there isn't anything that God cannot do. If you are going through something in your life right now that is taking you away from God, I just want to let you know that there is nothing that God cannot do, okay? All things are possible with Him. And honestly, if you put your mind that you want to stop doing something, there isn't anything that God cannot help you to get through it. So I'm gonna first talk about how I came about listening to secular music. I think most of us who are from the African ethnic background or African American, like you grow up listening to reggae, rap, just fast beat music. And so like for me, being West African, listening to fast beats and drums and just rap music is just kind of a part of the culture, you know? Like if I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of a part of the culture. And you grow up listening to those things and you know, sometimes it follows with you. Sometimes you grow up and you say, I don't want to listen to that anymore, or you continue to listen to it. So it got to a point in my life where, you know, if anybody had asked me, Huldah, what kind of songs do you like to listen to? I would have said I listen to everything. And that is the truth. I listened to a little bit of everything. There was a little bit of rock, classical music, rap, Christian music, jazz, a little bit of every single thing that I liked and I listened to. And I think when you're young, you don't realize this, but the two powers of this universe, like God and the devil, love music. And music is one of those powerful tools that is used to bring praise to those different powers. But when I was younger, I don't think I really realized how some of like the rap, rap music industry is very much into the devil and, you know, just all these things that are not of God. So I wasn't aware of that growing up, but you know, when you're young, you're dumb and you're just kind of doing what everybody was doing. Listening to music was an activity that every teen, anybody from my background or in my community, in my school kind of did. You know, there are just times where you would not do anything but just listen to like music, you know, and you'd be on the bus and like the radio will be popping and you guys will be singing songs. You know, sometimes if it was like a good song, like everybody on the bus knew how to sing it, everybody knew how to do that dance. You know, there's always a new dance that came with these songs as well, especially with the Rihanna and Beyonce, you know, those kind of artists. There was always a song, a step that came with it, you know, so it was cool. It was the cool thing to do, and I was just being any other kid, trying to be cool, trying to fit in, trying to figure out where I fit in or where I belong. So it got to a point where I became a Christian and I started feeling a little bit some type of way. You guys, after listening to secular music. Okay, it just got to a point where like I wasn't listening to it every day. Actually, it was just like I was at the gym. Okay, so I would listen to Christian music you know, throughout the entire week. And then if I was going to the gym, I needed to listen to rap or I needed to listen to secular music to get my energy up. Like that's what I can say. It was like an energy thing. I needed that energy, that extra pump, you know, to, you know, help myself whilst I was in the gym, because at that time I was trying to lose weight. I was trying to, you know, be active in exercising, and you know, one of those, you know, was just like a nice activity to just be to myself at the gym, listening, you know, to my music. I would always like bop my head a little bit, and sometimes when I stop doing like a certain rep, I would just bob my head, listen to the music. Sometimes I close my eyes. I was just having a good time. But I noticed after those days, my spirit was so down. Like, listen to what I'm saying. Like, my spirit was so down, you guys. And I noticed that every single time I had listened to secular music, like on my own, okay? Like, of course, there were times where I couldn't control it. You would be at a university event and they were playing, whatever, or you were at a party, you were visiting a friend and they were listening to whatever, And so there was little moments I can control it. But when I was listening to secular music on my own, okay, on my own, the day after, my energy was so down. Like, I don't want to say I was depressed, but I felt depressed. Like, sometimes, a friend or somebody who's close to me might ask me, what's going on with you? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just today, and I just assumed after some time that, like, this is just part of being a woman, because being a woman, you go through hormonal changes. Your energy is up and down based on your estrogen levels. So I just started assuming, like, maybe it's just my hormone levels. That's why I'm not feeling like, me today. But no, it was consistent, you guys. It was consistent. So it got to a point where I really was feeling convicted. Okay, you guys, I was really feeling convicted. Everything inside of me was just like, you shouldn't be listening to these kind of musics. And sometimes, like, you will be surprised when you look at like a song lyrics, some of the most like really, really like vulgar language, vulgar things that like artists rap about, you will be shocked that these are the lyrics that you are singing and bopping your head to. Like, seriously. Sometimes this was a thing a friend of mine and I used to do. We would like try to learn lyrics, but we would Google it and we would like, try to learn the songs. Then we come to a lyric where it's like, what? That's in the song? What? Like, and we're singing this? This is not right, So like I said, I kept on getting convicted, okay? And it got to a point where I started asking anyone, really. I think around this time also, my mom kept telling me, you shouldn't really be listening to this. But me being who I was at that time, I was not trying to listen to my mom. Like, I was just like, no, like, I'm going to do what I want to do, So I started asking other adults in the church that I was attending at the time, and they kept telling me, Huldah, well, if you're feeling this way, maybe you ought to stop doing this. And I was just not listening. And it just got to a point where I think when you grow up and you become mature, you just started realizing I have to stop doing things as a child and as a kid and seeking acceptance, and just do things for me as an adult and doing things that really please God. So that's where the switch really happened, okay? Growing up and being mature and saying to myself, it's okay for me to stand out from others. It's okay for me to listen to Christian music at the gym. It's okay. I started telling myself that, and I think it really helped. It just helped me so much with growing up and just maturing and just learning to do things on my own, because we are not of this world. And so we have to realize that we have to be careful as Christians not to get into things like this. Now, I'm not saying that as a Christian you should stop listening to Beyonce or Rihanna, but what I am saying is that if this is affecting your spirit, if this is affecting your relationship with God, if you feel like listening to these songs is hindering your prayers, like God is not hearing your prayers, or if you're having dreams, like dreams that you feel demonic attacks, demonic forces against you, against your prayers, against your progress, well, I think that is like the biggest sign from God that he's not pleased with what is going on with what you are doing, and that you ought to stop. Of course, stopping listening to secular music happened gradually. Okay, it was a gradual step. Yes, there were times where I felt short of the glory. Okay, there were times where I would stop listening to it for a time, and then, you know, a friend would come and visit me, or I would go visit a friend and they would be listening, and I would just be right there with it, you know, just singing, dancing. You know, you just fall short of the glory of God. But like I said, it's a progressive thing. When you fall short, all you have to do is get down on your knees and ask God for forgiveness and strength. Okay, most importantly, because those music, you know, those lyrics, those artists, some of them are to pull you to the devil and to bring praise to the devil. So it's very important as Christians that we analyze that. And I pray that God gives us all the spirit of discernment to choose what is right and not to choose what is acceptable in the world. So I hope this video made sense. I hope I'm not all over the place. But if you enjoyed this video and watched all the way to the end, give this video a big thumbs up. And of course, leave me a comment whether this is something you struggled with or something that you are going through at the moment. And I would love to send you a prayer. Thank you guys so much again for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.